How do you gut someone? Always trust my gut. Hello and welcome to Gutted. I'm Aleece.
And I'm Tony, and we are here to spill our guts about horror film trailers. Thank you for watching and or listening to this mini episode of the Gutted Horror Podcast. If you're new to our podcast, please subscribe, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, or Spotify. You can find us at Gutted Horror Podcast on all of those platforms. Or you can email us at guttedhorrorpodcast@gmail.com.
And welcome to a pre-gutted episode where we will review the trailer of a horror film yet to be seen by us and quite possibly the world. Depends on how fast we edit it. Today we will be reviewing the trailer for Barbarian, written and directed by Zach Kreger.
I know nothing about this film. I've never heard of it. I have not seen the trailer, obviously.
I think we have.
Oh, maybe I just didn't remember it.
He doesn't remember it.
Let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Here we go.
This process might seem overwhelming, but with a little practice, it can soon become a pleasurable experience. This is perfectly natural.
All right. So I did see that trailer.
You did. You just forgot the title.
I forgot the title.
How would you rate this poster?
The poster looks cool. A minimal poster is fine by me. There's a woman in a doorway. Yeah, she's standing there. She looks fine.
She's at the top of a basement because you can see some descending stairs.
Yeah, I didn't really read into that
feet.
much.
She's at the top of a basement. Basements are creepy.
So what's in the basement?
Exactly. No one ever wants to go in the basement because it's subterranean, possibly no windows.
Does this movie remind you of any other movies?
You know, I was trying to think. The trailer starts kind of like a little rom-com, you know?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. It had like the cute little song in the background.
Yeah.
And
How did she get to the house? Was she like an Airbnb
guest?
guest?
She booked an Airbnb room. And she's like, What are you doing here? I booked it for this week. And he's like, no, I did.
Oops, double booked.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Red Eye with Cillian Murphy and what's her face?
Yeah.
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, I know it. Don't remember it.
Oh, man. We own it.
Well, I haven't watched it in a while, so.
The trailer for Red Eye started very similarly, where she gets on this flight and it's this guy that she bumped into earlier in the airport, and it turns out he is seated right next to her, and she's like, what, you? Oh my gosh, what a coincidence. So crazy.
But he planned it the whole time.
Yes, that's what you find out later on in the trailer after the happy music ends. But this happens it does kind of the same thing where she gets into this like little Airbnb. It's a dark and stormy night. There's nowhere else to go. And you think, oh, she and Bill Skarsgård are going to have a romantic evening getting to know one another. And he's going to be a perfect gentleman. You sleep in the bed. I'll be on the couch. You lock the door. Don't you worry.
I didn't think that.
Well, of course not, because it's Pennywise. Like, there's no way this guy...
He's like, oops, hold on. Let me go do my makeup. I haven't made myself up yet. Where's the red and the white?
Yeah, let me change into my white frills.
That little basement room reminded me of our podcast setup.
Ah, so they're really just filming a podcast.
Yeah. I see on your actors list, there's Justin Long is in there somewhere.
Justin Long, now that I've seen it again, he was in a very brief clip where he's like terrified, like
He's the mailman?
No, he's in the basement also, somewhere.
Oh, as the Tusk guy?
No, he's just in the basement and there's like a really brief half-second clip of him going, ah! And he's like backing up.
Okay, so he's like a previous victim, possibly.
Or maybe a subsequent victim.
Okay, so does that lead into your predictions for what's going to happen in the movie? So Aleece can sometimes dissect a trailer just by watching it once or twice and then figure out what's going to happen in the movie.
Yeah, so Georgina Campbell, who I've not seen before, I don't recognize her in anything. But she gets to this little Airbnb. Let's see here. So Bill Skarsgård gets kidnapped, but do we really think that he is a victim? I don't think so. He lures her down into the depths of this house, feigning, victimhood. And she goes down there to try to rescue him. Justin Long, I think, is going to be from a previous, as you said, a previous visit.
What was this like robotic voice in the background? It was
Exactly. There was a whole setup downstairs of like this video that she put in the VCR.
Right.
And it was like, don't worry, just relax. You might have a pleasurable experience.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so maybe the house or the Airbnb or whatever, she's a test subject, and it's part of a wider network, because you saw the sort of like the house actually reminded me of the house in Them. Really nice, pristine suburban house.
No fences.
Kind of a retro style house.
Everyone's your neighbor.
Maybe there's more of them.
Maybe the entire community is full of it's like an underground network.
So it's like pod people?
Oh, maybe. There's going to be a climactic moment where Georgina is like burrowing in this,
Into
tunnel system, and she's going to come up the stairs and be in a different house. And it might be worse. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, I gotta go back down. So she goes back down. And she's like, how far does this go?
So something about the house, because they lingered on the house. Something about Bill Skarsgård.
I think it's not just the house. I think it's the whole community, because there are no fences that were segmenting those houses.
So is it like a, what is it? The
Stepford Wives?
Yeah, is it like a Stepford Wives kind of thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Is there some sci-fi element to this?
Barbarian. What do we think?
Did we see anything
means?
supernatural in there?
No, just Justin Long screaming.
So, all right. Good job, trailer. Probably didn't spoil too much.
I appreciate
Kept it pretty vague.
I'm thinking they're going to come out with one more trailer that's going to ruin stuff. So,
yeah.
I actually am intrigued to see it based off that trailer, because I actually can't predict very much about it at all. And the title is confusing, because I didn't see anything barbaric particularly happening.
We saw everything seem very cordial.
Yeah, we're the barbarians.
I need to see one barbarian.
You see one barbarian.
At least one.
Or maybe it's the implication of barbaric things. Or maybe it's things that you wouldn't naturally consider to be barbaric, like sitting through an infomercial on a VHS player.
That seems barbaric. I think Justin Long is going to be the barbarian.
You think so?
Yeah.
No way.
It's just him. He's going to come out as the barbarian.
That little clip, he looked way too scared. He was like screaming. What if Georgina's the barbarian?
That could be the possibility too.
Because
it's the
what
role
if
reversal.
Bill Skarsgård truly did have... Because there's that clip where Regina takes a picture of his driver's license. Why did she need that? I mean, yes,
she's checking him
we
out,
initially
see
think,
if he's
oh,
a
that's
creeper
smart. Yeah, we initially think that's smart of her to do that. She's a young single female in this house. But what if she actually is collecting people, and so she takes a picture of his ID because she's trying to traffic him?
So it's sort of like a Get Out situation.
Yes, she's already trafficked
got pictures
Justin Long.
Yeah.
And now she's getting ready to traffic Bill.
So she books people and
then she pretends, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be here. You would never suspect. She waits until it's a dark and stormy night, and the guy's like, oh, I can't let her sleep in her car. It's raining outside. Oh, man, it's Georgina.
The victim reversal.
Yeah.
All right.
It's totally Georgina. She did it. She did it all.
All right. Well, I guess we'll have to wait until August 31st.
Yeah. I'm excited about this
for
now.
this to come out. To
Cool.
see if Aleece was correct.
Oh, terribly wrong.
And I think I would go see this film in theaters like second week it was out. So it didn't seem like I had to get there opening day. Like it's not one I've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah.
But based off the trailer, it looks like it could be pretty good.
Yeah.
And I like the actors in it.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård is going to be good.
Yeah. Pennywise.
And I mean, he did do a fantastic job as Pennywise. I always thought that, like, man, the way that he's able to, like, drool.
His drooling ability. I hope he drools
cue.
in Barbarian.
I really hope he does, too. Or at least makes his eyes go in different directions. That'd be cool.
That wasn't CGI?
No, I think he can do that.
Wow.
I think that's all Bill.
Wow.
It's on the Scars card.
So for me, it's gonna be second week in the theater.
I think I am at part of the in theaters eventually. It's kind of like how I felt about Black Phone when Black Phone came out. I was like, you know what? I want to see it, but eventually this is going to be something similar to like a Black Phone kind of feel, maybe. Where you don't have super high hopes, but then you see it and you're like, oh, actually, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So I have decently high hopes. It looks like it's pretty good. And now we should ask our listeners.
Are you going to go see it? Is it going to be one of your opening weekend movies?
You're going to wait for Redbox or Shudder? Is that when you're going to see it? Are you not going to see it at all?
Cut.
Maybe
No time.
us talking about the trailer was good enough for you.
Yeah, you're like, yep, Georgina did it.
Yeah.
Obvious.
Go check out the trailer at least. You got to at least do that.
Poor Barbarian.
Thanks for listening, and catch us on the next mini-sode of Gutted.
Got it.